Good afternoon, everybody, and how you all doing? Welcome back. You're watching Raving with Rua here on my YouTube channel, Songs from the Rua Room, dedicated to singer-songwriters from Belgium and beyond. And it's great to have you all here with us. It is Saturday, the 23rd of May, and I hope you're all doing fine and well. If you're watching us live, please drop a little comment there into the comment section, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Let us know how you're doing and where you're watching us from. I hope you're all doing fine. It is windy but sunny down here in Belgium today. I don't know what it's like where you are. Today's stream is always brought to you courtesy of the great people of G-Sharp Guitars, the world's finest travel electric guitars. Check them out down there. If you were watching on the old YouTube, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me and ringing the notification bell down there as well. You won't miss any videos, and it helps me to build the channel, get the songs out there. Lets YouTube know that I mean business here. Thank you very much for that. If you would like to donate to the room here to help support it, you can do so, of course, with the PayPal link, always in the description below. My virtual tip jar is always open there, should you wish to do so. Alternatively, of course, you can go to the rwaroom.com. That's the website there. There's a shop linked to that. You can have a look. There's some cool merchandise there, t-shirts and mugs and all kinds of tote bags and stuff like that. So loads of ways to support what I'm doing here, should you wish to do so. My guest today is Italian, living in Brighton. She'll tell us how that happened herself, I'm sure, right now. Please welcome Julia Traser to the show. There she is.
Hello.
How you doing, Julia?
Oh, good. Stuck in the UK now, but it's all good.
It's all good, is it?
Yeah.
Great. How does an Italian songwriter end up in Brighton, of all places?
Basically, I always wanted to move to the UK. Like literally, I don't know. Like all my favorite artists are from the UK or Scotland, and I was like, no, I need to go there and learn English. And so I finished high school in Italy, and then I moved here. I worked and studied English for a year because I couldn't speak when I first moved here. Like my English was terrible.
Was it really?
Yeah, I couldn't even order. I got to Gatwick. I wanted to order a tea, and I couldn't understand a word of what they were saying to me.
Wow, that's impressive.
So now
you'd never think of that when we hear you speaking now. It's a complete turnaround.
I knew how to read it, but when you're in the country, you know, it's always completely different. So, and then I joined it's like a music university here. Don't know if you heard it. It's called BIM.
There's the BIM. Yes, I have heard of it. Yes,
there's
okay.
One in Ireland and Germany now as well.
Yeah.
And I'm about to finish like next week, which is a bit
really?
crazy.
So you're at the end of it as well.
Yeah.
So busy times.
My
and I know you also rush back from you have a day job as well, so you rush back from that today.
Yes.
Yeah. Where are you working?
It's like a bakery patisserie. It's a French patisserie. And it's funny because my dad he has a bakery in Italy, and you know I left because I didn't want to work in there, and then I ended up working in a bakery.
Really? In a bakery? In a patisserie. That's so funny.
And then before the lockdown happened, I had like you know, a little open mic, and I was playing in a pub here, but of course we had to stop everything. Like you know it better than me. Like
I know, yeah, everybody's kind of in the same, unfortunately, with the lockdown. But say prior to the lockdown, what were you doing musically? I know you were running an open mic there, but of course you had some gigs as well.
Yeah. I mean, it was just like, you know, that weekly gig, just playing some covers and originals, and but it was some money, you know. I didn't have to work in the bakery or making coffees and stuff, so that was nice. And I was just starting out, you know, getting a nice set list of originals together. I was supposed to have my first proper gig in Brighton in May, and then of course everything got a bit like
of course. And were you actually running the open mic at night in Brighton? Where was that happening?
It was so it was like every Thursday in the same pub. So I was doing like Monday night.
The name of the place?
Backbeat Bar.
In case anybody from Brighton is watching this, yes,
Yes,
you might as well give them a plug.
please do.
Yeah.
If they call me back, because they might gonna be like, "Oh, we've got no money."
Well, I
so-
know. Yeah, of course. And
But-
before I forget as well, I want to make sure people know where to find you on Facebook.
Thank
Your
you,
details are
yes.
on there. You'll do some live streaming. And you're doing all kinds of great work. And anybody who's watching on Facebook, there, give her page a like. You have your real name and your artist
Yeah,
name there side by
thank
side. I noticed there. Yes.
Yes.
Julia Traser. Anyway, is, am I saying that correctly? Traser.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Obviously my Italian wouldn't be great, but yeah. So of course you lost. Of course you lost some gigs. And are you doing some live streams? Or are you doing anything now musically, or
Yeah.
creating songs, or what's going on for you right now during the lockdown?
The past couple of weeks have been a bit insane because I have these deadlines for uni, so lots of essays and stuff to finish.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, every Thursday I still run the open mic on Instagram. So if there's any songwriter watching and they want to play a couple of songs, it's not as cool as your live stream here.
Well, no,
I'm
but
still
sure, look,
getting there.
you are, well, yeah, but still, it's very nice because you bring on invited guests onto your.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
only
not-
on Instagram, or is it on
For
Facebook
now,
too?
it's just on Instagram. I'm trying
Okay.
to get everywhere because it looks like I'm not going to be able to do the open mic for a long time. So
Yeah, of course. Well, just if you are watching on YouTube, folks, the Instagram will be linked in the info section at the end of the show. So that's where they can find you. You may also have links, of course, on your Facebook page to the
Yeah.
open mic. I suppose people can find it there if they look really hard. Okay, all right. Well, when we met, it was an open mic in Ghent,
Yes.
here in Belgium. That when we first met, and you were introduced to me by the wonderful Joni Sheila, of
Yeah,
course, who may be
Joni.
watching. Hi, Joni. Yeah, Joni. She may be watching live. I'm not sure. But yeah, Joni being a great singer-songwriter herself and a great street musician too. Did you do a lot of busking as well as cafes, or was it more busking?
you mean here
In general.
Brighton? Yeah.
Well, in general, because in Belgium you were street
Just
performing, and
traveling, yeah.
just traveling, yeah.
And I mean here it's great because you don't need a license in Brighton. It's good and bad at the same time.
Okay.
But you can use amps and you can, as long as you're not annoying anybody, then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So then I started, like, when I first moved here, I got my little amp. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and busk and get a bit of extra money. And then I was like, okay, if I can do this here, maybe I can travel. And that's how I ended up in Belgium then.
Okay, because well, the first song we have today is actually a song called "A Song for a Traveller," and I know there's little snippets of Ghent in there. It must have been difficult because you put in snippets of all your journey
Yeah.
throughout.
Oh God.
Was it last summer? It must have been
2 months and a
difficult.
half.
Was it
Yeah.
so difficult? Must have been difficult to find pieces for this video.
God, no, I had my boyfriend hated me because like we were traveling together, and because it was the first time for me traveling and busking, I was super excited and taking pictures of everything,
And videoing
doing
everything,
millions
yeah.
of videos. And he's like the kind of person like, oh, you know, you have to live the moment. Like, why the fuck are you always with your phone? But it paid off somehow.
He must be. He's a patient man, but he's a good man. He must be a good man because he's Irish.
He's a very good man.
And
Yes.
yes. He is. So sláinte to that man wherever he may be today.
He's watching downstairs.
He's watching down.
'cause
Hello,
he's
sir.
like sharing everything.
Well, so he must be all right. If he's Irish, he must be good. He must be fine.
He's good. He's always good.
Well, tell us a little bit about the song itself,
So
Julia.
basically, it's of course about the busking tour I did last summer, and I was traveling with my baritone ukulele. Oh God, I don't have it yet. I'm gonna grab it later in a minute.
Yeah, you can show us it
there's,
later on. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because we got a patch for every place we stopped
wow,
by,
lovely.
so it's quite cool. I'll show you later. And yeah, so it's just about, you know, it's kind of dedicated to all the travelers. What you learn, like that freedom when you travel, when you know that you don't know where you're gonna end up, but then it's that's the thing that makes it special as well. You know, like with this journey. We didn't plan anything. Like we knew, like we got the ferry from here, and we were like, okay, we want to get to Barcelona eventually.
Okay, so that was
So
kind
we
of
got
the end
exactly.
point.
So
Yeah,
we got
right.
Bordeaux, and then we ended up in Portugal. Like that was not even in the plan, and
Wow.
then I ended up in Czech Republic and Belgium. Like this is crazy. So you know.
It was amazing. It sounds like an amazing journey, and that's of course where you met. It was in Belgium, was it? That you met Joni, because it could have been Barcelona or
and
anywhere
with,
with
with
knowing Joni.
Joni, it's crazy because I've even before going busking, I was like looking on Instagram at other buskers, and I found her through the was it Street Music Map? There's a guy,
Oh
he
yes,
does
there's a busking guide of yes.
yeah, and I found her. I was like, oh my god, she's a woman and she's doing busking. And I messaged her because like she's so talented, so good. And then I ended up in Ghent. I was like, is that your city? Can can we meet each other? And tell me some tips. And then she told me about all how it works there, and like she's so nice and so talented. Like Joni's like up here, like her level.
She's the queen. She's the queen again. Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly,
yes.
And the voice, like she can, because I still struggle like properly, projecting my voice
projecting
without using
it out.
an yeah,
but not Joni.
And she's insane. It's so good. So yeah.
No, she's brilliant, and so kudos to Joni for introducing us. And here we are, because I wanted you to come in and record in the studio itself, but of course we didn't have time that time. It will happen. We didn't have time that time. Then you, of course, were planning to come back, and then of course this virus happened. So it's still on the cards, and you're still very welcome. But I want to play this song, the first song of the show, folks, and it's a lovely song. Lots of images from the road, from Julia. Enjoy it.
It's in chronological order as well, so you see.
Oh, is it the whole journey?
So when we left with the ferry till when we get to my village in Italy up the mountains. So
well done, well done. It's great. There is a little, and later on, I won't play it now, but at the very end of the video, there's a lovely little piece as well, so people can go back and find this video later and watch the whole thing, because you speak at the beginning and there's a piece at the end, which you won't see here, but it's beautifully done. So let's give it a spin. Song for a Traveller.
I'll go and get the uke. Come back.
Yeah.
The rucksack on my shoulder starting to hurt. It's been hours and no one has noticed us. We went from the sun boiling over our heads to fresh, cold, rainy days. Would this make me believe that it was so worth it? Would I ever look at you the same? Would this make me believe that it was all worth it? Would I ever look at myself the same way? And staring at a map, trying to see how far I can get to. 'Cause there's no time to think, no time to blink, but I guess that's what I need. Oh, I swear I'll soon be home. Oh, I won't be alone. But for now, please let me go. Through many more eyes, smiles that you would never guess, and the dust that covered the streets. I wish you've seen it for a second or two. Maybe that's all you needed. Would this make me believe that it was all worth it? Would I ever look at them the same? Would this make you believe that it was all worth it? Would you ever look at me the same way? And staring at a map, trying to see how far I can get to. 'Cause there's no time to think, no time to blink, but I guess that's what I need. Oh, I swear I'll soon be home. Oh, I won't be alone. But for now, please let me go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Staring at a map, trying to see how far I can get to. And there's no time to think, no time to blink, but I guess that's what I need. Oh, I swear I'll soon be home. Oh, I won't be alone. But for now, please let me go.
Gorgeous.
So
Gorgeous. Absolutely.
you.
And kudos to Shane. Shane is the juggler.
Yes.
And I assume the kisser in the video as well. So
Yes. Oh
hopefully.
no, that was another guy.
That was some other guy. It's just some random dude. And well, fair play to you, Shane, as well. He patient man, watching you, waiting for you to photograph and video
Yeah.
all of that stuff. Brilliant, lovely video and a lovely song, Julia. A couple of comments there. One from Michiel in Ghent. Nice voice. Thank you for tuning in, Michiel.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you here. And this fella here sounds Italian.
Oh, Antonio. He's a
Antonio.
friend of mine, Bobby. He helped me record my first EP back in Italy, so he's an amazing musician as well.
Thank you, Antonio, for tuning in. Lovely to see you. He's in Italy, is he?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Wonderful that you're here, Antonio. Thank you for tuning in. What is your songwriting process like? Do you like to take a lot of notes and then write after, or do you kind of need an instrument in your hand and you like to sit down and try and form something quickly, or how does it go for you?
No, I always need like the, if it's the ukulele or the guitar, I need it there just to, but I'm trying, because I have the habit of using the same process now, like I get a bunch of chords and from maybe another song, and then I try to make a new one from there. But I'm finding out so many different methods now, even like with the lyrics. I'm trying to take more notes when I'm out or something. And it happened a couple of times, when you have a melody in your head, you're like, oh my god, I need to, you don't have an instrument, so I'm like there with my
just sing it in your phone.
Yes.
Yeah trying to hum it in.
So,
yes, I know the feeling.
So
that's how it works. Yeah, so it could be,
Yeah.
it's not always lyric first or melody first. It can be a bit of both, can it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can just be inspired on the fly. You don't sit down and go, let's try and do something today.
I tried a couple of times. Sometimes it works, like with Song for a Traveler. Like I wanted to write a song about it. I had some notes and stuff.
Yeah.
And that came out because I sat down. I was like, now I'm gonna do it, and it came out quite nice. But other songs that they feel a bit forced, but I'm trying to get, because I don't believe in that. I got inspired and I wrote a song. Like this songwriting is a skill that you can learn.
It is indeed.
You need to have a bit of luck as well. Like you got that creative moment and 5 minutes and you write a hit, but it's a bit of work.
It does. It can take some time. Yeah. To really, well, you can have the bones of a song quickly, but I think sometimes you got to tear it apart and spend some time refining it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I guess. And you play. Did you bring your ukulele there? Do you have? You're going to show us the stickers from everywhere you went.
Show you.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Oh, okay. This side. I'm trying to find. Where is Ghent? Oh, Ghent is right at the top.
Let's have a look.
There he is. I don't know how to turn it. This thing. It's Ghent, Antwerp, Barcelona, Berlin, Prague, and then
amazing.
There's quite a few here.
Bern, Amsterdam, of course. Wow, yes.
Amsterdam, yeah.
Amazing.
And the last one at the end. Oh,
so how many countries did you get through?
Oh my God! Wait, was it France, Portugal, Spain, Czech Republic, Germany, Belgium, and Holland? Yes, 7. If you put Italy as well, it's 8. But
okay,
it's quite a few.
Quite a few. That's some. And how long did the trip last?
It was 2 months and a half. So,
okay.
And I did the first month with Shane, and we traveled together. so glad he was there, because like he's so used to just go and travel. He's a performer, juggler, fire breather. He does a lot of
he
stuff.
does it all anyway. So okay.
It was nice to have him to, you know, have some tips or like how to, you know, don't panic if I don't make money.
How to deal with stuff on the road. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's great that you have a partner who knows the business to a certain extent, you know. And
that was nice, because then I've done that another month on my own in Germany and Czech Republic. I had some friends there, and he went back to Portugal, and then we met in Holland. So beautiful. Like so crazy.
All right.
But it was nice. So yeah.
Amazing. Well, again, kudos to Shane for that. On the Irish boys. Listen, you have a beautiful Italian song. I think, you know, let's play this song. We'll dedicate it to Antonio and anybody else who might be watching from Italy now or later on.
Is it the Grigiori one?
Yes, I can't say the name, but you could. Yes, the one. Yeah. So was he involved in this?
Yes, so it's quite a cool story, because like this song, I wish I wrote the lyric of the song, but it's a poem from my cousin. He wrote this poem for like a contest or something, and I was like, this is amazing, I need to make a song out of it. Yeah. And yeah, I tried to make it, and then it stays in my, you know, I put it together, but then I didn't show it to anybody.
Yeah, kind of shelved it.
I went to Antonio's house, and I was like, you know, I got this song, do you want to help me out? And he fixed the chords and stuff, and then 2 months later we were recording it in the studio.
Oh wow.
And there's a friend of Antonio, he plays the violin in the song, and he did an incredible job. Like, he's insane. Like, all the musicians that worked in this, they're just
the production
so
of
great.
this is fantastic. Yeah,
so
it really
good,
really is.
And
so yes, go ahead.
The video is done by another friend of mine. He's Thomas, Thomson Movie. I'm gonna maybe link it in the comments later.
Yeah, please do.
He's a video maker now. He works and study in Vienna, but he's insane. Like I won't be surprised if he's gonna be like winning an Oscar one day or something.
Brilliant.
But yeah, so a lot of talent in
lots
this video.
Lots of stuff in this video. Well, it's lovely because it's all in Italian. So let's dedicate it to all of your Italian fans, and of course Antonio, who's watching there live.
Yes.
Brilliant. Kudos and great work, everybody, on this. We'll be back in a few minutes to hear more great stories and songs with Julia Traser, folks.
Le stelle zittite dall'ardore e dalla luce dei lampioni. Questa notte offuscata è la vita del giovane viaggiatore che percorre le impervie vie di un sentiero nell'indefinito. Come mi sento solo, mozzato e strappato dalla massa informe d'acqua che trascina e distrugge la goccia che c'è in me. Io non ci voglio stare, non ci voglio restare, non voglio il mare. Preferisco spostarmi, vivere dietro le quinte di questo palco che mi attanagliano delle giornate perse infinite. Un sorriso, una carezza, una lacrima, un insulto, una verità, una bugia, un angelo, una bestia, un carnefice, una vittima, un sogno dorato, un incubo vero, un amore spassionato e un accoltellamento nero, una madre, un padre, milioni di figli e nessun pastore. Io non ci voglio stare, non ci voglio restare, non voglio il mare. Preferisco scostarmi, vivere dietro le quinte di questo palcoscenico apocalittico.
Bellissimo.
Grazie.
Absolutely. What a lovely video and what a lovely song. So Antonio, you're behind that in musically, and that was great. Wonderful. Brilliant
Thank you.
stuff. I have to say hello there. We have a message from
Michela.
Michela.
That's my friend.
Is she in Italy too?
Yes.
Nice
yes.
to see you. Thank you for tuning in, Michela. Michael loves that video mainly because there's a typewriter and beautiful women in it. he's a poet, a great writer, good friend. Thanks for tuning in, Michael.
Thank you.
And Annegeen is watching from Belgium. Hello, Annegeen.
Thank you. Oh,
Loads of great. And look who's
hello.
here. The man who always watches me here, my father Martin, is watching from Ireland there. How you doing, Dad?
Hello.
He's also here because I'm talking to beautiful women. That's another reason. I know what these lads are like. Listen, it's great talking to you. But what else is going on for you musically now? Are you you have a new single out, I believe?
Yes.
And you have
literally,
yeah.
like less than a month ago. Like was 1st of May it came out. And yeah, no, I really, it's the first single I have on Spotify because I don't know, I've always been really scared of putting something there, you know, because it seems like, oh, only the serious artists do it. Like I can just.
But
stay
you
on
are a
YouTube.
serious artist.
Now,
No,
yes.
yeah, no, now, yes. Once you've done this show,
Exactly. Now,
the only way is up.
And,
No, what did you mean by that though? That serious artist remark. What do you see as a serious artist?
Yeah, it's just because I'm ridiculously I'm super mean with myself, you know, as I'm never good
Just hard
enough
on yourself. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
always. So it's really hard with being with Shane because he's the most amazing supporter, and he
Good man,
has to
Shane.
deal with me
Yeah.
being oh my god,
being negative.
I'm not good enough. But yeah, no, this year I was very yeah, let's just do it. Let's just put out music and do it, and then things work out, and they work out. So, and with this song, I wrote it it was after Songwriting Traveler. So as soon as I came back from the busking tour, then I had this song that it was half just I written the beginning, but I didn't know how to finish it. And then
this is We'll Forget the World Tonight. Is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'll line that up to play next. It's a live version that you
Nice.
have. Yeah. So go on, tell us more about it.
And I had to do a gig for my uni, and there's two friends of mine. They're called Megan and Leo. Insanely talented. I'm gonna send you their music because even if you want to do an interview with them, because they're so good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was chatting with them. I was like, oh, do you want to play with me? Just so, you know, it comes out a bit nicer. And they added so many things. They helped me fix the song, and I was like, it just came out so nicely. And then after the night, because it went so well, I was like, okay, shall we record it? Okay, and then we did it, and now it's on Spotify. So
And did you say it was Megan and Leo?
Megan and Leo, yeah.
And these are the musicians that are also playing on this particular video.
And
yeah,
they're both so good, so talented. And there's a super cool thing about Leo. He's the guitarist playing.
Yeah.
And he did a project, I think, last year he finished it, called it The Year of Everything. And he was like posting every Tuesday a new song, and now he's like super good at production and stuff. I don't know. They're both amazing.
They're both great at what they do. Yeah.
Everybody's gonna hear them now in the video. So.
Well, absolutely, we will. I'll line it up here, and let's see how far we get with this. So I'll do this, and I'll do this, and it is called "We'll Forget the Whole World Tonight."
Yes.
Nice name for a song as well. So let's give it a spin. Let's give it a spin. Featuring Megan Truck and Leo Aram Downs. Is that right?
Yes.
Looks like it. Let's give it a play. This is your new single, and it's a live version. Where was it recorded?
Where was the
gig?
Here in Brighton. There's a venue, one of the best venues in Brighton, and yeah, we were just doing that gig with my uni, and yeah, so.
Right, here it is. Check it out, folks. We'll Forget the Whole World Tonight. New single from Julia. Beautiful song.
Watching my hands, and not strong enough, can't even carry two hands at once. I'm starting to love the sound of your steps, 'cause I know you're not walking away. But at least I hope. We both seen too much, we've both been through hell. But please don't judge me if I don't know it all well. And I've been too scared to let you too close too much. No, I'm not. So let me carry your lies. It doesn't matter what they seem or touch. Drag them inside my name. Don't forget the whole world tonight. 'Cause I don't mind. Just know you're welcome to stay. I know I can't change anything that happened to you. I can see the black chain wrapped around your neck. It's so heavy, how can you not feel pain? I'm here just watching, just watching, just watching. Ooh, so let me carry your bags. It doesn't matter what they say or touch. Drag them inside my name. Though we forget the whole world tonight. 'Cause I don't mind. Just know you're welcome to stay. Just know you're welcome to stay. So let me carry your heart. Doesn't matter what they see or touch. Drag them inside my name. Don't forget the whole world tonight. 'Cause I don't mind. Just know you're welcome to stay. Wait till sunrise, we'll be alright. Just lay down, there's nothing they can say. Wait till sunrise, we'll be alright. Just lay down, there's nothing they can say. Wait till sunrise, we'll be alright. here. Wait till sunrise, all will be alright. Stay down, there's nothing they can say here.
And that's beautiful, and lovely. Leo and Megan backing you up there also. Do they tour as a duo together as well, or are they just musicians?
They do. They have a couple of, like, they did a project a couple of months ago with them together, but they have their own stuff going on. But they're just. I'm gonna send you their profiles and stuff because they're so good.
Absolutely. And where can people hear the recorded version of that song now?
It's everywhere. Like Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, stuff everywhere.
Where did you record it, Julie? Was it done here in Brighton, or?
It was at Leo and Megan's house. Because it was actually Leo. Because Leo was like, I was thinking on recording it, and Leo was like, I've got a little studio in my house. If you want to come, we can record it here. Perfect.
Lovely.
So yeah.
So that's
they
how
did
it went
an
down.
amazing job. Yeah, Megan mastered the track as well. They both. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard it on Spotify a few times now, and it draws you in. It's lovely. It's really nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, again, before I forget, listen to Shane. He's right. You're great at what you do. Keep doing it.
Thank you.
Shane is right.
He's gonna be like, I know.
He said, I know. We Irish will gang up. We'll stick together and gang up on you.
I was gonna ask you, like, is that an Irish thing when they just know they're right?
We're just right all the time. That's it.
Yes.
Don't argue with us.
That's it.
We're always right. That's you have to learn about the Irish.
Okay. Now
so
I know.
Shane and me, we know what we're talking about.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. When will you do your next open mic on Instagram?
It's next Thursday. So yeah.
Okay, so next week, and it's every Thursday, is it?
Yeah, I skipped it this week because I was freaking out over an essay, so I was like, I think I need to focus on that, which is so cool. I'm writing about Bjork, so like there's so much topic. I didn't know about Bjork. Like she's crazy.
Yes, a crazy woman.
Super,
that's
like amazing,
but in a good way. Yeah,
in a good way. Yes,
crazy good.
Yeah.
I think if you dig deep into Bjork's life, you're gonna find some interesting things.
There's so much. You go to like philosophical things, and then but it's amazing,
Yeah,
quite enjoying
I heard
writing.
a couple of interviews with her before as well, and the stuff that she's a deep lady.
God, yes.
She's a deep woman. Well, yeah. My God. Yeah. Well, I wanna play another song. We have so many great songs, and I know you do a lot of covers as well. Obviously, that's because you play bars and busking as well. And who are some of the artists that you cover when you do play your cover songs?
Jason Mraz always
Always,
he's always in the, because he was like one of the first artists I was obsessed with.
Wow.
And then a lot of Katie Tunstall as well.
Same as Johnny. Yeah, she does it. She does a few Katie songs too. Yeah,
Johnny does it like as it's supposed to be done.
Well, not to compare, but I know that she does a few Katie songs. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when I started playing in Backbeat Bar in that pub, you deal with a lot of strange people.
Yes, you do in pubs.
And then I had to, add a few songs on the way, Oasis or, any songs that they can sing along to, which at the end of the day is nice. Maybe, I wouldn't think about it straight away, but it's nice. So yeah, it's quite a lot of different covers. As long as people can sing along too, then it's fine.
Yeah. And do you feel kind of more comfortable doing covers, or I know you said you're a bit hard on yourself sometimes, but are you getting to a stage where you're comfortable now performing your own songs to like a listening crowd?
Yeah.
Or is that
now,
more than before? Yeah.
Yeah. After busking this summer, because I was just playing covers all the time because it's just easier because I like money making.
Money makers. Yeah.
Yeah. But then when I came back from the trip, I was like, no, now I just really wanted to play my songs, and then I since just before the lockdown started, I was just like focusing on writing new songs, and I was going to open mics and be like, yeah, this is my set list, and so it was good. So yeah, now I can say that I'm confident in both playing covers and playing originals. So
Yeah, it's also nice to have a certain amount of covers in your catalog as well, because I found if you are doing a kind of a listening gig or a cafe where it can maybe get a bit noisy, or maybe you want to bring them back, or just to say thanks very much for listening. Here's a couple of covers.
Exactly.
It's always nice to have that, isn't it? To give them.
Yeah. No,
you know,
because then they give you some tips as well if they like the song.
Yes, and it can really work in your favor. Would you like to do this for a living full time? Do you think down the road would that be something that you'd consider doing if it was given, if it was there for the taking, if you had the chance?
Maybe yes. I'm trying to keep every option available to not work in cafe ever again. Like, maybe teach some music, maybe do some gigs here and there, but then of course like the main focus then is writing songs and then perform with those songs. But it's a longer process for that. I need to do a couple of things on the side.
Of course, if you're thinking about making money from it, I suppose full time, then you have to consider that. But and what about you think the UK, Ireland, Belgium will be the main base for a long time? No plans to go back to Italy and maybe try it there?
No, Italy is great, and I have all my friends and family, and then I live up in the mountains, so you can imagine the landscape that we got there.
Which part of Italy is that?
I'm from Milan. I'm like 2 hours from there, just by the border with Switzerland. So right in the middle of the Alps.
Yeah.
We're nearly
Beautiful.
My village is 16 meters high. I don't know if I said it right, but it's nearly 2,000 meters.
Nearly 2,000 meters high. Okay, that's high up. Yeah.
But it's really nice there. But when it comes to the music that I like, folk music or just performing, like it's all in Ireland, UK, especially in Ireland.
Especially in Ireland,
the best. And Belgium, Holland as well. Like the Netherlands, I heard they got quite a strong music scene, or Germany as well. I mean, all over Europe, a part of Italy.
Apart from Italy, well, they have their own things going on. But I'm wondering, as a music scene in general, singer-songwriter scene, I suppose maybe Italy is not the best place to do it in.
Yeah, also because I really like writing in English and performing. Just I always sing covers in English.
Sure.
No, I'm not making my mom really happy, because she's always like, "Oh, I don't understand what you're singing about."
Okay.
But, But yes,
but you have to move forward, yes, and yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I don't know if I'll stay in the UK in the future, but definitely like an English-speaking country, or where I can speak in English and write my songs in English.
Yeah.
But
and of course. Well, that's it. You gotta kind of base yourself on work where is where it's most beneficial to you as an artist, of course. But I've never, people I don't really see Italy, I suppose, as one of the meccas for songwriting. Maybe
it used to be to be so good, like in the the time where even like the cinema, like all the movie stuff were the best, and now it's like they're stuck there and they're trying to. I mean, there is a good music scene with like rap, trap music or whatever, but it's not much of what I want to do. So I'll go back for holidays and see everybody.
And of course, and is Brighton a relatively good scene? I mean, it sounds like there's plenty of pubs and there's busking, as you said. It's quite good for you there.
It's like it's overfilled with musicians. Maybe it's like you got the same amount from London, but the city is smaller. So so there's a couple of like super good established musicians that they've been here forever, and so they got all the gigs, all the pubs. So it's really hard to like start making money here, but it's good practice, because then you got so many so much talent around, and you have to
Yes.
work hard. You have to do the best. So yeah,
Especially
Brighton is
okay,
great.
that's good. It's good that there's a healthy scene there at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look at I got a couple more songs to play for our listeners.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about My Own Way. It's half Italian, half English, is it?
Yes, that one is from my first EP. That the one with Grigiori, the Italian one we played earlier. And my God, I can't listen to that EP anymore because my English was super bad there. But yeah, this song, it's just about me trying to not to listen to the mean voices in my head and just keep doing my way. So if it's like, okay, if that means going to the UK or going to Australia or whatever and try and make it, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Good.
So
yeah.
that's kind of
That's where it came from. That's where it came from. Do it your own way. I did it my way.
Oh, and I forgot the video. Another friend of mine did it called Stefania, and you can see the whole process when I recorded my first EP. So there's Antonio is in the video as well.
He's featuring. Antonio's featuring well today.
Yeah,
yes.
so you can see the violin player. There's all the process of recording the songs. So
it's really well made, and it's a great song. And let's give it a play. It's called My Own Way from Julia Traser's first EP and little studio footage as well. So let's go.
Quante volte mi sono fermata davanti a stupide apparenze, quante volte che mi sono guardata ed ho cercato un riflesso che non ero io, quante volte che ho provato a migliorare stando immobile ad aspettare un segno, quante volte, quante volte ci ho creduto fermamente in quell'amore grande e sincero, quante volte che mi sono resa conto di non saperne neanche un po', quante volte che mi sono illusa solamente davanti a un paio di carezze, quante volte, senza mai pensare a me. I'm just trying to get by in my own way, 'cause I don't want to give up. I'll never do, oh no, I'm just stuck in a mess, obsessed with no signs, slowly I'm just trying to find my own way. Quante volte che mi sono fermata a giudicare gli altri senza guardare me, quante volte che ho perso tempo con l'invidia senza fare un passo in più in avanti, quante volte che mi sono fermata sul passato scordandomi di vivere adesso, quante volte, senza mai pensare a me. I'm just trying to get by in my own way, 'cause I don't want to give up. I'll never do, oh no, I'm just stuck in a mess, oppressed with no signs, slowly I'm just trying to find my own way. Ma poi torna sempre lei che non si scorda mai di me, ma poi torna sempre lei che non si scorda mai. I'm just trying to get by in my own way, 'cause I don't want to give up, and I'll never do, oh no, I'm just stuck in a mess, oppressed with no signs, slowly
I think
You-
you've found your way.
yeah,
Again, great
thank
video, and
you.
again, great musicians that you have surround yourself with, Julia.
Thank you.
You must
I
feel
was
very
really,
fortunate.
I was really lucky in Bolzano because I'm from Livigno, which is near Milan, but I went studying in another city, in Bolzano in South Tyrol, and yet it's packed with musicians there.
Is
It's
it
like Brighton, but even smaller. So like
okay?
when I met
So
Antonio, I met like a whole fucking world of musicians,
you
and he
had your
helped me
pick of
with
the
this.
crock. Yeah,
Yeah,
your pick of the
super
crop.
good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Um, well, it's so good to hear these songs because we met and I heard you playing, just quite kind of bare bones, ukulele and voice, and
Yeah.
so it's only after I kind of went back and researched exactly what you were doing that I realized, okay, this girl, has great songs, great production. Do you find
Thank you.
you play guitar and ukulele mainly, or
Yeah, no, now, yes, I took the ukulele with me during the busking tour, like mainly because I wanted to just focus on that for a couple of months, and now I switch from one to the other because they have completely different vibes, and I don't want to just stick on one instrument. But now I found out, I started with the ukulele, and now there's a whole world of like, there's another instrument I want to get. What was the name?
what is it?
Oh my god! It's like a mandolin, but it's super tiny. Charango. There he
A
is. It's like a.
charango?
It's.
Is that
I have no
South
idea how
American
to play
maybe
it.
or something?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like. I
So
think
you're getting
I'll-
smaller and smaller and smaller as you
Yeah.
go along. Yeah. Soon you won't have to carry anything. You just kind of maybe
Yeah.
a jaw harp or something.
Literally, yeah.
Literally, yeah. Well, but you're quite good on both instruments. And like I said, when we met, it was all ukulele. But you wouldn't be able to choose between guitar and ukulele
Yeah.
if you had to. No,
they're
you couldn't.
both there. Yeah.
Both near and dear to your heart. Have
Yes.
you family members, or did you grow up in Italy with a lot of music around you, or what kind of pushed you into it?
Not really. Like I really struggled. I wanted to start playing guitar for so long, but there's no music school in my village, my town. I mean, and then they like the youth center. They started to do this little music courses, and then from there I was like, oh my god. And then I started meeting some friends that in my village that were playing, and then started from there. But my family, like I've got two brothers, two older brothers. Like one is into economics and stuff and works in an office. The other one does like languages and things. And then my mom and my dad, they work together in the patisserie. Maybe I got it from my mom a little bit because she writes poems, and like she's always been the creative one, like reading me lots of stuff. But like the music side, I don't know where it came from, honestly.
It might have been further back. It might be grandparents even.
Probably,
it could have been.
yeah.
Because as we said earlier, Italy still does have that musical tradition. They have their
Yes.
own style, yes, but there's still a lot of music in Italy. So I suppose maybe it goes back a couple of generations.
Yeah, I need to thank my brother as well. One, Filippo, he's the one that did languages and stuff. Because he was super into music. Like he couldn't never played or sang or anything, but he was a good listener. Like.
Very important too. Yeah.
Bjork, Shania Twain, Sheryl Crow, whatever. Like any. Like I all found out about them because of him, because he had like tons of CDs in the house.
I see.
So like.
So that
maybe
might have
it's
been
them
where
there
it.
too.
Yeah, that's
there
right.
he
Might have
is.
been the link there. Because sometimes even just being exposed to recorded music can
My
spark
God,
something
yeah.
within you. Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
probably has. I think so too. Look, we have one more song, and then we'll have another bit of a chat. And then we're going to say goodbye. You're a busy woman. You have exams to do, and
Yeah.
you have to go and hang out with that Irishman over there as well, and make time for him. And
Oh, he's getting sick of me now because we've been
Lockdown.
quarantining together. Oh my god, we got to a point where like we have an argument, and like I'm like, okay, fuck off, I'm leaving. We go have a walk, and then we come back.
cool. Yeah. I
Yeah.
know that feeling. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's you have to watch that. the quarantine blues. But tell me
We,
about
we survived it, so.
we survive. We'll survive it. We will. You will, and I will. The last song I'm going to play of the interview is called "We
Yeah.
Are Golden,"
Yeah.
and it says acoustic session in brackets there. Beautiful video too. Tell us a little bit about the video on the song, please.
The video we recorded in a park here in Brighton. It's called Stamner Park, and we went there with a friend of Shane, and Shane told me about him, like that he does video and stuff, and he was like, oh, he can help you. And then I had this song finished, and the guy that plays with me in this song, he's called Carlo. He's another Italian guy that lives here in Brighton. Wonderful. And he studies in the same uni as me, and he helped me putting together the song, and like he added some nice guitar finger picking stuff. So no, we did. And this song, it might gonna come out on Spotify. It's already out basically, but it might gonna be on the streaming platform as well soon. So that's a little news.
Okay.
We don't know when, but it's gonna happen.
Wonderful. Well, that's I'm looking forward to that. But let's give it a play, and then we'll come back, and we'll say goodbye to each other. We are golden, folks. Julia Traser, beautiful song.
There's so much that I would like to tell you, but I don't really know where to start. It's gonna sound like a cliche. Would you like it anyway? You were standing by my side for as long as I can remember it. Life can be scary sometimes, and you know what it feels like, but you know how to make me feel safe like nobody else. 'Cause I know
That's a
Nice.
instant feel good music there.
I forgot to say something about it. We were talking about my brothers earlier, and
Yeah.
this song is about them. You know, like, and just about our relationship and like them. They're supportive. You know, and how much I've learned from them. So yeah, I forgot to say it before.
So
but yeah.
they are golden. And
Yes.
and you are golden. And remember to listen to the Irishmen. You have one on each shoulder now. Shane over here and me over here saying, "You're great at what you do. Keep doing it."
Thank
That's
you.
all you have to remember. The Irish are always
Thank
right.
you so much. I've got 2 luck of the Irish now. So.
You have the luck of the Irish twice now. You have. And I want to thank you very, very much for your time today, Julie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia, for joining us today, and I hope that we'll meet again down the road when the dust settles.
Yes, no, absolutely.
And you'll have loads of new songs, and I'll get you into the studio here, and we'll record 1 or 2, and we'll go from there.
Yes. Oh my
How
God. No,
about that?
Thank you so much again, because this is so great. You know, like how you're organizing this, and I saw the other live stream too. They're just so
you.
nice. You know,
It's lovely to do. Yeah, it's
super
lovely to do.
nice.
Great way to to reconnect, well, to connect and reconnect with some of these
Yes.
songwriters and so you guys are all doing great work, and I don't always get to hear you live, of course. Sometimes we're like ships passing in the night, and this is a great way just to kind of to anchor each other and go like, let's have a chat. And so thank you so much for being here with us today, Julia, and I hope we see each other down the road.
Yes, I'll see you soon. Thank you.
All the
again.
very best.
Thank you.
Live stream Thursday night. You're on
Yes,
Instagram.
come
Yes,
and
you're
join
open
us.
mic. Thursday night. Open
Yes.
mic. Ciao.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. There you go, folks. How lovely was that interview with the great Julia there. Lovely to have Julia Traser with us here today. Thank you all very much for joining us. If you're please watching this again, please give it a share, give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel and follow along on social media. That would be great. And of course, follow Julia's Facebook down there as well. She's got a live stream going out on Thursday on her Instagram. It's an open mic with other great songwriters. Check that out. And I'll see you all next time on Raving with Rua. Look after yourselves.